لا سيما المصطفى اللهم صل وسلم عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه أرباب الصفا. وبعد، نعيش أحبتي في الله مع كتاب الله، مع آيات من سورة عبسة، مع قوله سبحانه: فلينظر الإنسان إلى طعامه أنا صببنا الماء صبا ثم شققنا الأرض شقا فأنبتنا فيها حبا وعنبا وقضبا وزيتونا ونخلا وحدائق غلبا وفاكهة وأبا متاعا لكم ولأنعامكم. My dear brothers and sisters, these ayat from number 25 from Surah Abasa and the following one. And the simple meaning for this was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the Exalted said, then let mankind look at the food. Let mankind look at his food. How we poured down water in torrent. Then we broke open the earth, splitting it with drought, and caused to grow within it grain and grapes and herb and olive and palm trees and gardens of dense and fruit and grass as enjoyment and provision for you and grazing livestock. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala يشير إلى ابن آدم أن يلتفت إلى بعض نعم الله سبحانه وتعالى عليه. فالتفكر في النعم يوصلك إلى الاعتراف بجميل المنعم، كما أن جحود النعمة مقدمة للجحود بالمنعم. فهؤلاء لما جحدوا أحقيته سبحانه وتعالى بالعبادة ذكرهم سبحانه وتعالى بحاجتهم إليه، والحاجة اليومية إليه سبحانه وتعالى أن خلقهم معتمدين على ذلك الطعام الذي سخره سبحانه وتعالى لهم. فكيف أنت محتاج إليه سبحانه وتعالى في كل لحظاتك وفي كل أيامك، ومع ذلك تنكر شكره، بل إنك تعادي ذلك المنعم سبحانه وتعالى. فلينظر الإنسان إلى طعامه. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stated different types of blessing. We live in the bounties of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He bestowed upon us. And why is that Allah has reminded us about this? Because when you remember the blessing, you will reflect from where that came. That will lead you to being grateful to the one bestowed upon you. Because there's a link. That's something you should appreciate. And that's something you depend on it day and night. You're living in the blessing of Allah. So those blessings should be your way to connect you with the one who blessed you. Those people, because they deny Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and they never be acknowledge, they never acknowledge Him subhanahu wa ta'ala, not grateful to Him, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala remind them by something that He made for them, and that actually, if they were sincere, that will make them going back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One of the worst things for a human, that is juhud, denying the blessing. And denying the blessing, it's one of the steps that lead to kufr. Because kufr, there are different types of kufr. Kufr al-ni'mah wal kufr bil-mun'im. There is kufr when you deny the blessing, and that will lead you to deny the existing of the one who blessed you with all of those blessings. وضرب الله مثلا قرية كانت آمنة مطمئنة يأتيها رزقها رغدا من كل مكان فكفرت بأنعم الله فأذاقها الله لباس الجوع والخوف بما كانوا يصنعون. So we live in the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that's why Allah reminds us with all types of blessing that actually we don't realize. We see the food on our plate, but we didn't know how many blessings in there and how many steps that being taken, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us until we found that blessing and that food on the plate. فَلْيَنْظُرْ الْإِنسَانُ إِلَىٰ طَعَامِهِ, that started from pouring down the water and then made the earth that to welcome that water and being like as good environment for the growth. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you grains, grapes, olive, palm trees, gardens, fruits that you enjoy. Not only you and even your animals. فَكِهَةً وَأَبَّا. Abba, that's the food of your animals. And that's your enjoyment. مَتَاعًا لَكُمْ وَلِأَنْعَامِكُمْ. So the question here, what's gonna do after your enjoyment? Are you really being thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that give you that blessing? Or you stay in a state of denying? So this is the message from these ayat. Let's wake up before it's too late, because Allah has given us only one chance and we have to be grateful. May Allah guide us all, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among shakirin. Ameen. Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.